The guy was cool. The customer was cool. Cool dude. And I wish I got a bad feeling about that one though. Because I got there and I've seen this in HVAC. I've seen clients do shit like this. Oh, it was working fine right before you showed up. And it's so stupid. Oh my god. So I changed out his GFI, but I get there. The one that he had before, he decided to take out, which he shouldn't have. Which he really should not have taken his old one out, but he did. So it really irritates me. So he made a nice little schematic. He drew out like what wires were on what, but and it wasn't as simple as I thought it would be because of the location that he had it. And I was there for an hour and a half, just over. Yeah, I was there for like an hour and a half. I got there at 2:30, just left. It's almost 4. So I was basically there for an hour and a half. Just one of those things. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this. Here's the thing though. He said, "Oh, everything else was working because we got the GFI hooked up. I tested the terminals and everything else." I'm like, "You got power going to everything else. I don't know what the problem is." It was just one of those jobs, and I've seen this in HVAC. You get there, it's not working. And it's like, oh, it's just this one thing that needs to be fixed. You fix that one thing, and then the client's like, oh, everything else isn't working now. What happened? And I'm thinking at it. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. All I did was change the GFI. There's no way. I didn't touch anything else. And the way the guy found us was really weird too. He didn't go on TaskRabbit.com or anything. He went to some other weird affiliate site or something. Like he found us in his newsletter for his community. I feel bad because I wish I could have done more, but I couldn't. So I got $56 out of it, but 1 hour, and then I charged him for the outlet, which really pissed me off. I remember one time I went somewhere, did a job, changed out a GFI. It was an indoor one, 15 amp. The outlet alone cost me $20, and I forgot to expense it. But I guess because the lady tipped $20, she felt like, oh, well then I don't need to expense it or whatever. So I don't know. It's like great. I thought that was charging. It wasn't. Great. Such a headache. I hate spending shit on tests. I really do, especially when I gotta dedicate my cash, because my money flow's kind of tight. I mean, I got money coming in, thank God, but it's gonna be kind of tight the first week until I start getting my payments from these last couple of days. It's Saturday, so just waiting for usually Sundays when they start hitting. Sunday, Monday for the rest of the week. But I'm not gonna lie, it might be kind of slow. Right after New Year's and all that. sometimes GFIs can be really easy, and other times they can just be the biggest pain in the ass in the world. But I lined everything up with how he had it set up on his little schematic, but his schematic was backwards. So eventually we got it to work by flipping. I should have taken pictures. That whole thing was a clusterfuck. My phone was charging though, because it needed it. I want to finish out this next job and then just go home and chill. Like, I just want to go home, hang out with the baby until he goes to bed. So he should be waking up about now. He went down for his nap around 1. So if he's not awake yet, he'll be waking up soon. So dumb. Here's the upside though. The guy doesn't really seem to know about the app and all that jazz, so I might not get a negative review, hopefully. I bought the GFI, I went out there, I did exactly what I was supposed to. Didn't fuck with anything else. Wired up everything correctly, which actually, it would have been so much, like, the thing that sucked is that it's an older system, so I had to fuck with the wires a little bit. It should have really I should have only been there, like, ideally 15, 20 minutes. You know, with as tight as it was there, if the old one was still on, it would have been done a lot sooner. But and then that housing that he had was fucking old. Like, he should have sent pictures or something, but just that fucking job. Cool guy, cool client. Except for the part where he's like, oh, it was working before and it's shit off. You know? And it's like, I don't know what the fuck he did messing with it. If he would have just, oh, shit's fucking up, I'm gonna leave it alone and call a professional, that would have been one thing. But then he decided to go in and take care of it on his own, and then realize, oh, wait a minute, I'm out of my element. It's like, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this job. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna clean out this damn truck, and then I'm gonna hang out. Hopefully this won't take too long. I hope I get to this job and literally all I gotta do is set the doors on their rollers, and like maybe they just came undone. And it's like, I hope that this next one is super quick, super easy, super painless. But if I gotta do all sorts of crazy work and shit, I'm gonna be like, oh fuck, man, oh shit. I really just want to brush my teeth right now. Oh. Why am I... Okay, I didn't know I had fluid. Whoops. Apparently I have wiper fluid. I didn't think I had any. Crazy. Busy day. Busy day! Do I even want to be streaming right now? Do I? It's a question I ask myself. Almost every time I stream, I'm like, do I even want to be doing this right now? Because what's the alternative? Listen to music, listen to a podcast, listen to an audiobook as I drive, you know? Oh, that's not what I meant to do at all. Oh, fuck. No, I'll do that when I stop. Fuck it. See, a lot of times, like those last minute jobs, those are the hard ones, man. It's like, it's never easy if it's like, oh, I need this done today, I need this done last minute. Those are usually a big pain in the rear. Hi, what's going on? Change out the GFI, and then once we got the circuit complete and we got power going, nothing else on his pool's working. His pump, his jets, his lights. Well, the lights he already said were kind of fucked up as it were, but we were like talking about it, and I'm like, something's wrong here. Something's seriously wrong here. It's like, you know, if we could have tested it beforehand, great, but we couldn't because you pulled out the old GFI. So now it's like, what the hell? So there's no way to know for certain whether or not it was not working before I showed up or not working until after. Is his kind of way of, I don't know. It's like these jobs that you would think are so simple and so easy. You get there and then the clients try and fuck you over. He seemed like a really cool dude. Don't get me wrong. He's, you know, seemed very nice, very patient as I was, you know, messing around with that thing. But just for him to say, like, well, that's weird, it's not working. It's like, all right, fine. If it's not working, let me check. I check power, I check amperage. It's like, well, you got power, it's on, it's not pulling any amps, which means it's not calling for anything. So everything's wired up the way it should be. So I don't know what the problem is. Like the switches, the outlets, and like the wiring on the base, no problem. But then he had like these pool pump controls and stuff. That's a bit out of my element. Could I do it? Yeah, but I'd be there forever just trying to fucking figure it out. It's all the same fundamentals of you know, working with electrical, but that's not shit that I'm familiar with. I don't go around doing pools, all right? And you know, I only charged him for an hour, even though I was there for an hour and a half. But that's only, you know, and that's like, it's like a case-by-case basis thing. It's like, on one hand, it's like, I don't want to piss this guy off. You know, he's already probably irritated that shit's not working, if that's true, which, don't know. But it could be fucking anything. And I'm really glad that he's like, all right, well, let's have a pool guy come out and look at it. And I'm like, I could wipe my hands of this and walk away. So I invoiced him. Invoiced him for an hour plus the cost of the GFI, which I had to get one that was a little more than 20 bucks. He's like, oh, it should only be 20 bucks, right? And I'm like, well, no, because I had to get you a weather resistant one because it's outside. So was like, yeah, it's $26. Send you a copy of the receipt. You'll be good. Vista San Andreas. It's cold, man. And I was out there. It was getting cold. It was cold. It was cold. Is that fake wife watching? Are you the only one watching right now? Who knows? It could be anybody. Just want to get home and see the fam. It's just one of those days, man. It's just one of those days. But it was nice to go home for a while. Like, that's why I like the gig economy. The fact that I could go home and have lunch with my family. I couldn't do that before. And the great thing is I can do that. I structure my own hours, coordinate my schedule with my clients. And I'm able to go off and have lunch with my family and hang out with them and stuff. Couldn't do that before. So, benefits of working in the gig economy. Benefits of working in an independent contractor. What happened with that job? What's up, KC? Was good. Yeah, so I had to go change out a GFI, which I changed out. But then, all right, so it's pool equipment, right? He's got a GFI connected into all his pool equipment and stuff, which is good. And, he was talking about how, like, yeah, there were some issues with it, like it kept shorting out and kept popping the switch on it. And I think it was because my pool light, I think it has a break in it, and so I think that there's water that's hitting the electrical and the lights in the pool that's causing, like, it's a bad seal. So it's causing it to short out and not work properly. So I, turned it off, and here's the problem. He took out the old GFI, made his own little schematic on how it was wired, because it wasn't like a standard black and white, hot, neutral, whatever, right? It was all sorts of different colors. It was blue, it was red, it was white, it was green, it was orange, white. It's just all sorts of different colors for every wire. And it's like, oh, these were connected like this, that, and the other. It's like, I need to know what's going on the line, I need to know what's going on the load, I need to know what's on the hot end, I need to know what's on the line end, or the hot and the neutral end. It's like, I need to know these things. So if you had it still hooked up, it would have been no problem, but you didn't. So it was already taken off apart. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I wired in the new one, and it was a really, really tight spot. It wasn't like just out in front like you would imagine. It was like kind of tucked off to the side next to his brick wall for his house where the whole control board was mounted at. And I'm like, all right, it's gonna take a while. So it probably took, like, just to get like all the wires through, strip the old ones, like just to get everything good. It took a good 30-40 minutes just to wire that thing. Oh god, that was stressful. Got it fucking hooked up, wired, all that jazz. And then I tried testing it, didn't work. And then we spent another 25-30 minutes damn near trying to figure out why it wasn't working. And because I have my outlet tester just to make sure everything's wired up right, and it wasn't tripping. There's a green light in the GFI, which meant that, yeah, it's receiving power, and technically it's like all together, but on my outlet tester, lights were coming on, which means that it was not receiving power. Come to find out, after a while of messing around with it, his schematics were all screwed up and they were backwards on the load, on the hot end, not the hot, on the neutral end. So I'm like, oh, so I just swapped those two, and then we were good to go. And but in the midst of all that, when we got all hooked up, and he's like trying to turn on his pump and his jets and all that stuff, see if all his other stuff besides the lights work. He's like, oh, nothing else is working. So it was working before you got here, and it reminded me of my time in HVAC. Clients would do shit like that. It's like, oh, that was working just fine, then you showed up. They try to pass the buck. Like, if something in their house is already fucked up, they hire a technician to come out to fix something else, and then they're like, oh, well, before you showed up, this was working just fine. It's just like with the air conditioning. Like, so many times I would come out to a client's house, And I'll look at their air conditioning and I'll be like, yeah, your air conditioning isn't working. I just like opened it up, tried to service it, try to turn it on. It's not working. It's like, oh, it was working wonderfully before you showed up. Or, their blower motor might not be working very well. And I'm like, dude, your amp draws on that are crazy. Like, it's time to get a new one, to be honest with you. It's like, it was blowing just fine before you got here. There was no issues. And then you touch it and then this happens. And then on the flip side, I went out for a client, serviced their unit. After I serviced it, got a call back. His blower motor wasn't working, and what happened was his sensor module went out for his variable speed motor, and made him pay for a new one. Made him pay for a whole new motor, and that wasn't even my fault. I didn't even fuck with that. That was just like one of those luck of the draw things. But it was working when I got there, it was working when I left, so I had to go back to that job like 3 freaking times. But I took care of it. Yeah, like I was saying earlier before you jumped on, I only charged the guy for an hour, even though I was there for an hour and a half, and it's like, look, I gotta charge you something for coming out here, and for everything that I've done, I bought the GFI and everything. Charging only an hour after being out here for an hour and a half, that's a bargain, man. Like most electricians. Oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna stop at this light and I'll read that. It's a big meeting. I get that so many times in AC maintenance. They call for maintenance when their unit doesn't work. I get there and the first thing I do is turn it on, and they act stupid that it worked fine. Yeah, it's stupid. And on TaskRabbit, it happens sometimes. Sometimes you just get clients like don't know what their deal is, I'm gonna go past this truck. His Journey had the same idea. I need to get in the far left lane within 2 miles. A mile and a half at this point, actually. I was moving, wintertime, minor repairs. Springtime, I'm getting a lot of furniture assembly. I mean, furniture assembly is kind of like a year-round thing, but headed to this next job now. And his next one, so the guy's 96 years old. His daughter's the one that hired me. His bathroom, the shower, the glass door like fell off, and I need to see what's up with that. So either put it back on. I hope all I have to do is lift it and set it back on the track and call it a day. I hope I don't have to do anything else, because oh my god, dude, it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know! Don't want to mess with this shit. We'll see how it works, though. If I can go in and get it done and leave, then sweet, wonderful, and I can head home. But I might have to actually get some extra shit. I need to see where there's a lumber store out here. Well, no, not really. I don't even have my tools yet, so I guess I can just wait on that. Still need woodworking tools. I need a sander and some kind of saw. I mean, I guess I can use hand tools just fine. If it wasn't for the fact that registration is due this month, then I'd be good to go, but $250 for registration, what the hell, man? What's my phone bill? I mean, I'm good. I'm good. I'm making decent money today. Would have made more if I could have done that. My God, what? What is up? What? 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 Into the next lane. We are going to our next job. Last job for today, as of now. I don't have anything tomorrow. I think I'll do the same thing. I'll wake up early, go click on same day, and then go from there. But it's just been like, it's been one of those days. It's like, ooh, I'm looking at the GPS. This is going to be an interesting property to get into. It's making me do all these weird. Rolling in the dough today, kind of, sorta. Let's see, I made like how much at my last job? 55. My last job was 55. I made 45, but she tipped me. She gave me a tip, which was really nice. $10. This guy, I don't think he's gonna tip at all. But then again, he doesn't really know how to use the app, which is weird because he didn't even find me through the app. He found me through like a newsletter that directed him to some other site. Like, it was wonky how that guy found me. What is that cop doing? I'm fucking watching this cop right now. Oh God. Whoa, hold on, let me inch up a little more. There's some shit going down at McDonald's over there. There is a fuck ton of cops over there. You guys can see that. The lights over there. Can I zoom in? So, I can see better than you guys can. There's definitely something. There's definitely something going on down there. There's definitely something. Someone done fucked up. Someone did something stupid. I guess I could pick up hand tools. Sandy's gonna be a bitch by hand though. Holy shit, that's gonna be a pain in the ass. Okay. Do I what? Shit, hold on. Yes, I live in Las Vegas. I don't know if it's not this one. It should be this one right here. Yep. Via San Andreas. We're turning over to Caleteira. And then from there we go to Via Renaldo. Which house I have to go? What the fuck kind of address is this? Hold on, I gotta close off the stream because I need to see this address. I'll hit you guys up on the way home. Bye.